Hello there everybody, what's up? Welcome to PinTech YouTube channel. In this video we are going to learn how to attach and get use of a second keyboard on a computer. Now, why would anybody need a second keyboard? You may ask. So let's take a look at some examples. Let's delete a part of a clip. In the original way, you've got to pick the razor tool, do your cuts, then pick the selection tool, select the extracted part, and then shift delete it. But using the extra keyboard makes it super faster. You just place your playhead on the extracted part and hit a button. And here's the side-by-side comparison between using the default way and the extra keyboard. Super cool, isn't it? Well, hold your t-shirts on for a second, because although every keyboard that you plug to your computer has a unique ID, but Windows cannot understand the differences between your two keyboards, and that's mainly because it's not designed to do so. Now let's take a time machine and travel to whenever you press a key on a keyboard time. In this case, I'm pressing the key A on my keyboard. Whenever I press A, my keyboard's brain, or the board inside the keyboard, recognizes that the key A is pressed. Then it generates a code and sends that to the computer. That code travels all the way to my computer. Windows receives it and says, oh, the key A is pressed. Then it gives the A to the active window and the active application I'm using right now. But if I turn one of the regular buttons of a keyboard into a macro button, then it's changed for all the keyboards, not only my extra one. In this video, we are gonna make a way around by using some pieces of software and teaching Windows the differences between different keyboards. Here's the plan. First of all, the main or the first keyboard should function normally, so we won't touch it at all. Whenever a key on the extra keyboard is pressed and received by Windows, before any other application can access that, we are going to obtain that with a piece of software called Intercept and turn that into a sandwich key, which I'm going to explain more later on. Then we are going to be using the sandwich key in AutoHotkey to make a fully programmable macro button out of it. So let's get started. I've created a completely new user in my Windows, so we are basically on the same page. First of all, you can download all the necessary files from the link in the description below. After downloading the zip file, you've got to decide where to put all of your dual keyboard stuff. The best scenario is to put all of them in a C drive folder. For example, I'm gonna do all the steps in the documents folder. Just copy the dual keyboard files.rar, create a new folder in your documents, paste the rar file inside, extract the contents right in here, and then simply delete it. First of all, we've got to install the Interception driver. Go ahead and unzip the interception.zip file, then go to the Interception folder, and then command line installer. Now you've got to open Windows command prompt. Just head over to your start menu, search CMD, and then run command prompt as administrator. Right now, our command prompt is working in C Windows System 32. We've got to change this directory to where we are in the File Explorer window. So just go ahead, copy the full location of command line installer folder, then in command prompt, just type cd for change directory, space, paste the directory and hit enter. So now we are located in here. And now exactly type this command, install-interception.exe space / install, and then hit enter. Great, the Interception driver is now installed. Now you've got to restart your computer for the installation to take effect. Okay, we are here again after restarting the computer. Now we are ready to start using Intercept. Just go ahead and unzip the intercept.zip file, go to the folder, and run intercept.exe. This is the actual tool we are going to be using to teach Windows the difference between our keyboards. When we are talking about modifier keys, the structure is like, for example, Control down, S up, and Control up. I personally like to call this a sandwich key. Of course, when talking about sandwiches, we can easily change the bread type. So for example, instead of Control down, S up, Control up, we can say F1 down, S up, and then F1 up. Although most of the standard keyboards support function keys from F1 to F12, but there are 11 more function keys as well, so we can safely use F23 for our sandwich spread and don't harm any of our standard function keys. Now, first of all, just as an example, let's see how to wrap A inside F7. I'm gonna hit A on my keyboard to add a filter. Okay, press the key which will trigger the combo. At this point, we've got to press the key we want to use as the trigger, and it's important to press the key from the right keyboard. So I'm gonna hit A on my second keyboard, and as you see, the idea I was mentioning earlier is written here. Now we've got to enter the combo, or basically the key press we want the A key from the second keyboard to do. So I'm gonna carefully do F7 down, A up, F7 up. Now you just have to hit escape to end the combo. Enter filter label. I'm gonna call it second A. Enter, and here we are. Now we can hit S to save the filter. As soon as we save our first filter, you can see that a key remap.ini is created in the Interception folder. If you take a look at this file in Notepad++ or any other text editing application, you can see that it has the label name, the name of the device, which is the actual basement of this whole project, the trigger key, and the combo. Adding a filter for each single key on your second keyboard is time consuming. So you can just use the key remap file located inside the rar file. Go ahead and rename the key remap.ini created by Intercept to key remap old. Then go to your dual keyboard folder, copy the key remap.ini downloaded, go to Intercept and paste that in here. So now if you just open Intercept and hit L to list your filters, you will be able to see all the filters I created. Now there's still one more step you have to take in order to complete setting up Intercept. If I open both key remap files, you will see that the device name is different, and that's because I created the key remap file with my own second keyboard. So you've got to rename all device names to the one you've got. And replacing all of them at the same time is really easy. In Notepad++, go ahead and copy the device name of the downloaded key remap file, hit Ctrl F to open the Find dialog, go to the Replace tab, inside the Find What text box, paste the ID, then go ahead to file created by your Intercept, come back to the other file, and replace with your keyboard's ID. Hit Replace All, and now you've got the key remap file compatible with your own keyboard. Hit Ctrl S to save the file and close it out. Now you can safely go ahead and delete the old one. Every time you want to use your second keyboard as a keyboard separated from your first one, you've got to run Intercept, hit Y to apply the filters, and you can confirm that Intercept is working by pressing any key on your second keyboard, and then just minimize that. Now the only thing remaining is to write the AutoHotkey script. I've created an AutoHotkey script template for your second keyboard in the AHK scripts folder. You can just go ahead and use that in order to write all of your scripts. So first of all, in the second keywords part, you just have to write all of your script and hotkeys between this line and this line. For example, I'm gonna say A, message box, A on second keyboard. I'm gonna save the script, then I'm gonna run the script and fire up Notepad to see how our keyboard works. So now my main keyboard's A types A, but my second keyboard's A shows a message box containing A on second keyboard. Now the road is clear ahead. You can just go ahead and write any script you want for any key on your second keyboard. Setting up an extra keyboard can be trickier than buying a Stream Deck or a macro board, but on the other hand, it has a lot of advantages as well. For example, it's a lot cheaper, it's more customizable than all of them, and hey, you can have 11 extra keyboards working separately. So that's all about extra keyboards. If you've enjoyed the video, please like it, leave your comments down below, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching and goodbye.